The Ammons haunting case, also known as the Demon House, is an alleged haunting and demonic possession which occurred in Gary, Indiana in 2011. Latoya Ammons, her mother, Rosa Campbell, and her 3 children claimed paranormal activity occurred in the residence. In November 2011, Latoya Ammons, her mother, Rosa Campbell, and her 3 children, then ages 7, 9 and 12, moved into a house located at 3860 Carolina Street in Gary, Indiana. Days after the family moved in, they claimed black flies swarmed the porch in December and kept returning repeatedly. Ammons and her mother, Rosa Campbell, reported hearing footsteps going up the basement stairs after midnight and the creak of the door opening between the basement and the kitchen. One night, Campbell recounted waking up to see a shadowy figure of a man pacing in her living room. When she got up to investigate, she discovered large, wet boot prints on the floor. But that wasn't the only strange thing happening in the house. Over the next few months, the incidents grew worse. Ammons described witnessing her children levitating above their beds, being physically thrown out of the bathroom, getting injured by flying objects, and speaking in unnatural, deep voices. The older son was allegedly thrown across the room by an unknown force. The younger son allegedly had his eyes roll into the back of his head and was growling, saying, "It's time to die, and I will kill you." The family reached out to their physician, Jeffrey Anyukwu, on April 19, 2012. When he visited the house during the supposed haunting, he noted their behavior was delusional. Ammons claims that her youngest son often spoke to another boy that no one else could see and that supernatural forces threw him across the room. Her daughter also started hearing voices which told her that death was near and that she'd never see her family ever again. In 2012, the Department of Child Services, DCS, was alerted to the family. The DCS believed that the children were performing for their mother. Sensational stories published in outlets such as the New York Daily News reported that DCS personnel had allegedly witnessed the youngest boy walking up the wall backwards. The Ammons family moved to Indianapolis in 2012, after which the events were said to have stopped. Landlord Charles Reed stated he had never experienced any supernatural events at the house. His prior tenants also claimed to never have such experiences. At the time, Ammons was behind on lease and used the claimed paranormal activities to avoid payments. The tenant who moved in after Ammons had not noticed any paranormal events either. Reed believed the events were a hoax. The children were interviewed by psychologists, and several professionals concluded the children were acting deceptively and in accordance with their mother's beliefs. Tracy Wright, a psychologist, noted that the youngest son acted possessed whenever he was challenged or was asked questions that he did not wish to answer. The alleged hauntings, believed by some to be demonic possession, got so bad that Latoya Ammons underwent an exorcism, lost custody of her children, and moved away from the house. And though some doubt her story, both religious and government officials acknowledged that there was something strange about the Demon House of Gary, Indiana. It was later purchased by paranormal investigator Zach Bagans, who demolished it in 2016 but saved pieces of its basement for his Las Vegas museum. About 6 months after her children were removed by DCS, Ammons regained custody of them in November 2012. Please, if you like my video, don't forget to subscribe.